one of the things I do in the blog, and can't remember if I do it in the book, but something that I like doing is referencing movies and music and making up little analogies to correspond to different things in life and different processes, different causes and effects. And something's just come up in my mind after making that video about people creating videos that are bad, pretty much. I thought of that movie Alien and Aliens, where there was this mother alien and she was just procreating a lot of aliens, and the thought that came into my mind was that putting out videos that hurting people, or that lots of people are going to watch and feed on, and that it's bad stuff, that it's not really empathic, that it's a bit mean in any way to anyone. Doing that sort of stuff is like procreating pain and poison in the world. It's a bit like the alien, the mothership alien, the alien mother who has so many eggs and created so many other aliens and would attack human beings. And I suppose that's what illnesses and diseases and viruses do, is they attack and they cause damage and harm. In my last video, I was talking about the harm that we do if we create videos like that, and we probably don't realise it at the time. And I'm, as always, talking about forgiveness. Today is Easter Sunday, and Jesus was a great teacher in the world about forgiveness. That was one of his big things, I think, was that he was trying to teach people this. And I can support that as not that I'm a Christian, but I'm absolutely a friend of Jesus and support forgiveness in that way, and support all the good religions out there, and that they're all trying to teach us to forgive, and that there's a science about this. There's a reason why, because this is the way to happiness. When we understand it correctly, we understand that this is what's going to create happiness in our lives and spread happiness to other people, is when we're allowed to make a mistake. So if we've made videos, I mean, I did all sorts of bad stuff when I was a teenager and a kid and in my 20s, and yeah, I've had regrets and remorses about those things, but I can't change them now. But what I can do is forgive. And it's not just about forgiving, it's about learning to do better there, not continuing in that pattern. If we're really training in the science of the mind, if you're getting into this training and you're learning and growing in your goodness, then you probably are starting to turn away from badness. You start fastening yourself to just goodness, to just finding goodness, finding good stuff, and turning away from any badness. And in that case, it's a good thing you wouldn't be checking out those videos full of bad things. You would be focusing and finding good videos and good information to try to grow and cultivate and infect your heart full of goodness, or really disinfect your heart to uncover the natural goodness there. And that's been my experience. And I've talked about how the body, 90 to 95% of the body symptoms and pains and things is actually coming from the mind. And why do I say that? It's because when we get the experience through training in the science of the mind and elevating our consciousness, our body, the various ailments there and pains and aches and discomforts can get free sometimes when the mind elevates, and then it's noticeable that, wow, so much of the pain is gone from my body. I thought it was physical stuff, biological stuff, but when the mind has cleared out there and got really bright and beautiful, then the body has felt amazing too. So the realization comes from observation. Science is about what works and observing the cause and effect there, and noticing, this training in the science of the mind, thinking good things and speaking good things and finding good things to do and to associate with and to get into, it works. On a long enough timeline, our mind elevates and we get this beautiful feelings of freedom, and it's amazing, it's uplifting and clears out the feelings of pain in the body. And so in this video, I'm sending out the message to anybody who's interested in goodness and training in the science of the mind or anything along the lines of this, to say there's been 2 million people who viewed that video that I just talked about in the previous video. So some people have made that video, but then it's people like you and me, good people, and the people who made the video are good as well. But it's good people who are doing this bad stuff, actually focusing on bad stuff and finding it. And what I'm saying is just turn away from that stuff and turn towards good stuff. And if you're going to spread anything around viral, then spread good stuff viral. And the science of the mind is about changing the culture here, the culture within our own minds, and changing the world culture while we're doing it, one person at a time.